Everyone, so today I'm going to give you a deck tech of BRIAR. It's skirmish season right now, so a lot of blitz decks are coming out. Change is graduated and people are looking for new decks or other heroes to try. I did very well with BRIAR at Worlds. In the side events I went 8-0. I'm super happy with this build and I've refined it through the last few months, and I just want to share with you guys just in case you're looking to pick up a new hero for the remaining skirmishes. So, of course, this is the hero right here. The weapon that goes with it, obviously, is the Rosetta Thorn. We'll set that aside. We'll start with the attacks. So, BRIAR, at the end of the day, what you want to do is to hit them with Rosetta Thorn as much as you can until you get to the point where you can cast Channel Mount and end the game. And here, we have a bunch of attacks that have conditional go again. So, you have Enlightened Strikes. Very versatile card. Can also hit them for... it can be a 1 for 7, it can be a draw card and use your snap to give it go again. Really nice card. Or you can even use the Embodiment of Lightning to give it go again and then draw a card. So it's a really powerful card in BRIAR. You have Ravenous Rabbles, again, go agains. You have Scar for Scars. You have Coax. This works really well, especially if you're able to use it during a Channel Mount turn. If they don't block it and it hits, you can either draw a card. I am sure he will draw a card, but then again, if you draw an attack, then the value of your card has a much higher number to it because you have the plus, the bonus of Channel Mount. So this is just a really nice card, especially with Channel Mount. I have one Nimble Strike just because it's such a fun card and I run Nimbleism. And again, it can get go again. Lightning cards, or at least lightning related cards, we have 4. All of them again are conditional go against. Lightning Surge if it comes from Arsenal. Entwine Lightning if you're able to fuse it with the lightning card, which can either be Lightning Surge or another one that I'll show you later. And Swarming Gloom Veil, another nice go again card. So these are like the go again attacks. The other attacks, we have Snatches, very usual in decks like this. I have one CNC. This goes well with Earthlore Surge Red. So if you have like a +5 and then the 6 from this one, that's like a CNC for 11. I mean, that's just brutal. I have one Exude Confidence, and we have 2 Autumn Touches in blue. So again, it's an Earth card. It pitches for 3, and it's just a nice all-around Earth card to have in the deck. Then we go to the non-attacks. So for the non-attacks, let me just set them aside. We have a bunch. We'll start things off with one Bramble Spark. This one I've been thinking of replacing and especially test it out during armories because I really want to play this. I know a lot of you are like scratching your heads, but I really want to play this because it's such a nice looking card. So I'm trying to figure out how I can eventually build a deck around this, which is Korshem, but I think it still needs more time. But yeah, some people prefer to run Revel in Runeblood. I like Bramble Spark because it doesn't have the condition of putting a non-attack in an attack. And sometimes you're in situations where you only have 3 cards because you need to block, or maybe 2 cards in hand and 1 card in arsenal. And having this will allow for you to still do an attack, non-attack, and then pitch for 1 and hopefully get that Rosetta Thorn off. So I prefer to have Bramble Spark. Only have 1 though because the deck is kind of tight. I run 2 Earthlore Surges. An option is to just do 1 red or Earthlore Surge and 2 Bramble Sparks. Really depends on you. I like the 2 because again, if you put this before an Enlightened Strike for 7 or like the Command and Conquer, just becomes really brutal. Also helps with putting more red pitch cards, Earth pitch cards for your Channel Mount. I have 1 Gorganian Tome, 2 Nimbleisms. We have 2 Plunder Runs. So the previous versions of this deck would run the Rainbow Plunder Runs because Plunder Runs are really powerful cards. But I just found after playing this deck for so many times and getting so many reps in, that the blue and the yellow Plunder Runs really don't give as much value as you would get, for example, for the red Earthlore Surges or other non-attacks or other attacks that you'd want to put in the deck. So I just keep the red ones. They're strong if you put them in Arsenal, like a turn 0 Plunder Run in Arsenal. Really powerful move, turn 0 Plunder Run. I run 2 cash-ins. So this is a Royal BRIAR package, especially if these cards line up. I mean, if you're able to put a cash-in on Arsenal, do a Channel Mount, it's usually GG from there. Rarely do I lose if that happens. We have, of course, the all-powerful Channel Mount. If you get this, early, it's almost certain that you win. In my matchups with Chain, every time I would get this within the first 3 turns, it usually means I can, pull off a big win. Or against Dash, if it's a race, then you really stand a good chance of winning if you're able to draw this. For Earth cards, I have 6 total, apart from the channel. No, that's 8 with the Earthlore Surge Reds. So you have Tome, you have Earthlore Surge, probably thinking, why did I not put Anthem of Spring? Because this version of the deck really doesn't block. It just attacks. I mean, that's why I run a lot of attacks with 2 blocks, because I just don't care. I mean, if I have to block, it means I'm probably losing. So at least that's the mentality with this particular version. I mean, it's running cash in. So you're already down 2 block from the Crown of Dominion, Crown of Providence. So might as well just go all in on aggro. Anyway, we have 2 Force of Natures. Really goes well again with Channel Mount. Also, if you really need to block, then blocks for 3. And I run 1 Lightning Press. There used to be a build, especially during Worlds, where I ran 2. If only to surprise a Chain in breaking his Carrion Husk. But yeah, Lightning Press, just 1 for this particular version. So that's like the main deck. I'll show you guys the sideboard. The sideboard cards, apart from the equipment, very straightforward. 2 Sotomorrows, 2 Oasis Respite. 2 Oasis Respite, these 4 come in when you're fighting Kano, which is probably one of the matchups that you really want to get rid of, or at least have a good plan against, especially since I have a lot of Kano players back where I play. Sotomoro also works well against fatigue decks, which is again well represented in the locals that I'm part of. So these 4 really versatile, powerful cards. Oasis Respite. So tomorrow, put back a Channel Mount at the end, so you have that one last push to take out the fatigue deck. In terms of equipment, we have Vexing Quillhand for the AB. Actually, I've been thinking of getting rid of this, to be honest, because when I usually do AB, I just run Shock Charmers. But I still need something that has AB1, so I'll probably keep this. Vexing Quillhand, Shock Charmers goes really well into matchups with Kano. If the game goes long, you usually lose. So the Spell Void on an Aether Wildfire turn is really powerful, especially if you don't have your Oasis yet. Use the Spell Void, that buys you enough time to be able to, do a comeback and try to finish the opponent off, the Kano off. I run Crown of Dominion. There used to be a time where my sideboard would have a Crown of Providence, but I gave that up, just going all in on the aggro plan. Grasp of the Arknight. Just a staple for BRIAR, blocks 3 total with the Battle Worn, really nice equipment. Dyadic Carapace, if you need additional AB. Snapdragons, everyone's favorite. And I also have Aether Iron Weave. So this is for the matchups with fatigue as well. That extra 2 resource at the end that you need is so powerful. It can be an additional Command and Conquer. It can be at the end of the chain link, or it can be that one last Rosetta Thorn that you need to be able to finish the opponent off. So it's just a really nice card to have. So don't sleep on this one. We have gold foil tokens. I had to say that's gold foil, and of course our cold foil tokens, all of them. We have Embodiment of Earth, Embodiment of Lightning, and then Rune Chants, which I got from the world. So yeah, that is the deck. That is the BRIAR deck that I'm planning to use as well in the skirmishes when I get back to Manila. I'm filming this still in Barcelona before I fly back home. I'm flying back tomorrow. And I'll be able to play in 4 skirmishes, I think. And I plan on using this deck, or at least slightly small variations to this particular deck. But it's an all-aggro Royal BRIAR. Shout out as well to some of my favorite BRIAR YouTubers, Taxwell. Got a lot of inspiration from him in pushing through and trying to figure out how to play BRIAR. So shout out to you, bro. Appreciate what you do and the content that you put out. And yeah, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoy playing BRIAR. If you ever do pick one up, and hope you win a couple of skirmishes. Peace.